Welcome to the RIM Podcast, episode 46. Today we'll talk about how do you buy car, where do you buy car, how much the actually car industry affects the United States. It's probably one of the biggest industries, so everything based on the transportations. And today we got a really special guest. Our special guest is a U.S. Marine from the Sutherlin, Orlando. You also own the Mitsubishi. You also own a couple other dealerships in Vero Beach and Fort Pierce, right?
Yeah.
So, sir, welcome to the show.
I'm glad to be here.
My first question, because I used to work and sell cars, I know how hard it is. How did you even start it? Why did you even start it? Why you even decide you want to go in a U.S. car industry, and then in one day you want to own a couple dealerships? They're probably one of the biggest dealerships in the Central Florida.
So interestingly, I was actually a bartender, and this is a long time ago, 30 years ago. I was a bartender at Bennigan's.
Okay.
And all the car guys from the local car dealerships would come into my bar for happy hour,
Okay.
and I became friends with all of them, and they all told me, you should sell cars, you would be good at it. But I was enjoying selling beer to my customers. But so one day I decided, you know what, I'm going to try it and see how it works. And I went to the car dealership close by where I had a bunch of friends that worked there, and never sold cars before. And my very first month I sold 24 cars, and made like twice what I was making as a bartender, actually like 3 times what I was making as a bartender. And I never looked back. I've been in the business ever since, and just worked hard and worked my way up, and went from salesman to where I am now. So
Nice. Congratulations on all of your success.
Thank you. It's been a journey.
It has been a journey. And you say success doesn't come, it's rented out, and we have to pay dues each and every day.
You saw that. Yeah.
Can you a little bit elaborate on that? What does that mean exactly?
Well, I mean, for me, the car business, I mean, it's been a great business, but it's very, very demanding. I mean, I work a lot. I mean, even now as an owner, I'm still putting in lots of hours, more than a 40-hour work week by quite a bit. So, it's definitely a demanding business, but it's a very rewarding business as well. So, I work hard and I play hard. So
That's it.
When I'm not at work, I'm doing something amazingly fun. So.
And you have a beautiful kids too. You have 2 daughters, right?
I have one daughter. Her name is Sydney. She's 14, going on 21.
And you're traveling everywhere. You're giving her more time than you can ever.
Yeah, when I do take time off, I always do something fun. We go somewhere exotic, and normally it's salt water and palm trees and coconuts. So
nice. Now, I want to go back to, like I said, buying a cars. How do you distinguish yourself compared to other dealerships? We have a Toyotas, we have a Hyundais, you have a Nissan, you have so many dealerships. Getting the big contract and getting actually the name of the big contracts and building a dealership store, it's phenomenal. So how do you distinguish yourself? Where's your service different than compared to others? Because there's a zillion different small dealerships, but getting at the level that you are, what it takes?
So my philosophy has always been treat people right, give them a fair deal, and make friends with them. So I believe everybody wants a friend in the car business, and I try to be that person for everyone. So at my dealership, I'm always out, in the front, shaking hands, kissing babies, and I just make friends with all my customers. So the majority of my business is all repeat customers. They come back, they send their family members back, they send their friends back, and it's been my motto for success, is just make friends with everybody and build your business that way.
Nice. So I know we said if we ever knew that the cars one day will be appreciating, and not the appreciating, I'm talking about big time, I will invest in car more than anything else. So I want to touch, you never probably saw that in your life, like in 30 years, the cars actually appreciated. And what is the reason?
So this is a first in our industry ever. I mean, I've been in the business 30 years. This has never, ever happened. So, the car business right now, we have chip constraints that we can't make the chips fast enough. And there's very limited supply, which is driving up the prices of the new cars. And in turn, because there are not a lot of new cars, it's driving up the prices of the used cars, because as the dealers, we have, big overhead, and we have to survive. So we're out trying to buy used cars to supplement the lack of new cars that we have, and that's driving up the prices of the used cars. And I mean, 3 years ago, I was selling 2019 Sentras for $17,900, and now today, I'm buying back those same cars that I sold brand new for $17,900. I'm buying them back at the auction right now for $22,000, $23,000.
Wow.
This has never ever happened in the car business, the first time ever, and it's not going away. It's going to last for a while. I mean, my manufacturer is telling me it's going to be 2025 before things get back to normal.
Wow.
So it's going to last a long time, but you know,
it is what it is.
Yeah,
we got to go through. So now we are seeing the inflation. It's a big thing. That's why, like you said, Dragan, how much affects you as an owner of a couple dealership in Central Florida?
Well, I mean, certainly customers out there are having a hard time. You know, gas is almost $6 a gallon right now, so you know that doesn't help, especially in selling big V8 SUVs and big V8 trucks. You know, they're expensive to fill up. You know, you can go to the pump and it's going to cost you $100 to fill it up, where it used to cost you 60, 50. You know, so it's hurting a little bit the big V8 vehicles as far as that goes, but. You know, really right now what's happening is the prices of cars are a lot more than they used to be. I mean, we're selling cars for, you know, well over sticker right now, but it's because I used to stock 800 to 1,000 new cars in stock, and right now I have on ground right now I have 24 new cars in stock.
Wow.
So, and that's not just me, it's everywhere. Everybody has, I mean, everyone's out of inventory. So the cars that we do get, we're selling them for a lot more than what the MSRP on the vehicles are. But at the same time that we're selling them more, if you're coming in with a trade-in, you're getting way more for your trade-in, a lot of times even more than you paid for it back in on trade. So, you know, it's a give and take. You know, you got to pay a little bit more than you used to pay for a new car, but you're also getting way more for your trade-in than what it was worth, you know, 3 years ago. So,
so being 30 years in the business, what is the biggest trend besides your philosophy? Is that the cultural diversity, that you're serving the people, building your team? How is that important to being and staying successful for the future CEOs down way in the road who are going same path as you are?
So in my business, a lot of dealerships, they have high turnover. At my dealership, I find the very best people that I can find. I pay them more than they're going to make anywhere else, and I keep them forever. I mean, most of my management team was once a salesman on the floor. So I find qualified people, I groom them, I train them, and I promote them. So the majority of my management team started out as salesmen for me, and there's a lot of loyalty in that. So you know, I got. Most all of my employees have been with me for a long, long time. Some of them been with me since I bought the dealership in 2011. So, so you know, just surround yourself with great people. I mean, I'm definitely not the smartest guy in the room, but I surround myself with the smartest people that I can, hard workers, and you know, teach them my philosophy and keep them forever. And that's good for customers too, when they can come back to the dealership and see the same person that they've been seeing for, you know, the last 2-3 cars they bought.
So my next question is, like, during the economy, during the contraction of the economy, everybody kind of backing up. Is that your philosophy, or you're gonna attack the market? You're taking the shares? Are you planning to open up another dealerships, buying another ships? Do you maybe expand into another brand?
I mean, I'd love to expand to another brand. I own three Nissan dealerships, but the reason that I own those 3 is because when I bought this store in 2011, it was an underperforming store, and within 3 years, I was the top 5 in the nation. So when Nissan recognized the job that I did there, then they found me other stores that were underperforming. I was able to go in and buy those stores and bring them up to performance and above. And so that's why I own the Nissan stores that I own. And then I recently bought the Mitsubishi dealership about 1.5 years ago. And turned that store around. It's doing really well right now. So, yeah. So I like to buy underperforming stores and make them.
Great question. I want to a little bit touch on that. underperforming store. What do you do differently than they did? So that how long it takes before you bring the dealership to even break even point?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously I have a good recipe and it works.
Okay.
And really, honestly, it's just people.
Okay.
It's all about the people that you have, working with you. And
Okay.
I just I find great people and I pay them really well. And they work hard for me, but they also see how hard I work. I mean,
Yes.
as an owner, I'm in there working my butt off all the time, and so I'm setting the example for everybody. So everyone underneath me works really hard, but they also get they get rewarded.
Okay.
And I keep them for a long time, and you surround yourself with great people, and
That's it.
it's just gonna come together.
That's it. So now the question is like what is one of the biggest challenges that you came across during this COVID-19? As you as a business owner, as an investor, and also as an owner of the dealership?
So when COVID first hit, those first 2 months were brutal. I mean, we had no customers. We were actually shut down for like 3 weeks, and then working part-time. Service was open, but sales wasn't open, and it was a very, very scary time. And it was tough, but it recovered pretty quickly. By June, it started in March. By June, it started to pick up. July got better. August, September, and then we were actually back to normal within no time. So it was a scary time, but it recovered quickly, and we've done well. So we faced that challenge, and it worked out. And then the chip shortage happened, right after that. So the chip shortage it took a little while to get used to. You're used to getting 200-300 cars and new cars delivered a month, and it you start getting half that, and then it's even been less than that. Right now I'm only getting like 60-70 new cars a month.
Wow.
And most of them are sold before they even hit my lot.
Wow.
Customers leaving deposits on incoming cars, so as soon as they're unloaded off the truck, we call the customer and say your car's here, and they come right away and pick it up. So most of our cars we're selling before they even hit the ground right now. But yeah, I mean, it's been tough, but we're surviving, and we're selling cars for higher than what we used to sell them for. But again, customers are getting more money for their trades, and I was worried at first of how fast this is going to turn around, and then if I'm going to have customers that I sold cars too much for, are they going to be upside down a year from now? But this is going to last a long time. It's going to last till 2025.
Wow.
And
Wow. So now we are going from talking, we're now going to give some advice to the future business owners as a successful. I know you went through everything, you saw everything. But if you can find one piece of key success, what is the one piece of advice or one piece of computational advice that the success piece of advice, you will give it to them? What that piece of advice will be? Just one, like. I know you got many, but if there is one that actually keep you all these years straight, what is the one thing about you, U.S. Marine, that said, this is me. I know there's so many descriptions out there, but this is me that wakes me each and every morning, and this is because I'm here today. If you can share that with our future CEOs, dealerships, and leaders.
So I can tell you, I owe my success to my hard work. I mean,
Okay.
I put in the hours. When my friends are at happy hour, I'm closing down my dealership. Sometimes I don't leave until 9, 10 o'clock at night. And on Saturdays, when all my friends are at the beach, I'm at the dealership.
Okay.
It's my busiest day.
Okay.
So I mean, there's not a whole lot of people that want to work weekends, and so. I mean, my success, I believe, is due to the fact that
Okay.
I'm a hard worker, and I'm putting in the hours, and I surround myself with other hard workers that want to be successful. And so, I mean.
So you're feeding off each other, like you surround yourself with hardworking people.
Yeah.
You don't need somebody that doesn't work.
Yeah, I try to surround myself with smart people, hard workers, and if you're the smartest guy in the room, you're in the wrong room.
You are in the wrong room. You gotta be somewhere else. So my other question: people are buying Nissan, the future customers, current customers. How that brand identity build itself among the other competitors?
I mean, so, Nissan, Toyota, Honda, those are, and then even Hyundai now and Kia, great vehicles. I mean, we all make great cars. The Nissan product line right now is incredible. I mean, we're building some, amazing vehicles right now. The brand new Pathfinder just came out. We have a new Aria that comes out in 2 months. It's an all-electric SUV. Brand new 400Z that's coming out. I mean, we have some amazing product coming out, and it's all about the product, but then it's about relationships too. If Nissan's a great vehicle, and I know you said you own a Nissan, and so they're good cars, and normally if the people love the dealership and they come in, they get great service in the service department, they normally stay in a Nissan. So it's a matter of just trying to conquest as many customers as you can from the other manufacturers, and then treating them right, giving them a fair deal, showing them great service, making them feel like they're family, and they'll stay in a Nissan.
That's it.
So yeah, that's what I've done.
Our last question is like usually you look it up in camera and said, this is who am I, this is why you should do business, continue to do business with Sutherlin Nissan of Orlando and a couple others. And this is your moment now. The camera is over there. Look it up and said, this is why am I. I'm coming as the CEO. I promise you customer service. I promise you a great deal. And this is whatever it takes to run your business.
All right. So my name is U.S. Marine. That's actually my real name. It's Ulrich Stanley Marine, but I've gone by my initials all my life. I am a local car dealer here in Orlando, Sutherlin Nissan. Come in. I can tell you I will be there on the showroom floor to greet you, and I will show you great service. I think you'll like everybody that works with me, and I'll give you a great deal. I'll give you as much as I can on your trade-in, and I will make you a friend. I will be your friend in the car business, so come see me. Come check out my product line. I think you'll be impressed with my vehicles, and I will give you a great deal, and you'll buy cars from me forever. So come check me out, Sutherlin Nissan.
Yes, I can just add one thing. There's not many dealership owners who actually come on the show and promise that. You are the first one.
All right, well, I'm excited to be here.
Yes, so sir, thank you so much. We'll do down way on the road when the economy picks again on the different line and whatever is the coming. I just like to educate. There's no enough educations.
All right.
There's a lot of bad stuff out there, but there's not enough educations, and especially hardworking people, CEOs who are running a multi-million-dollar company and putting their brand identity among the others, and starving and staying and surviving and sacrificing is the key. So I really appreciate you coming on our show. I know how busy you are. Like you said, you're working 80, 90, 100 hours a week. That's minimum. That everybody thinks it's a part-time. No, it's a 2 full-times and one more half-time.
Right.
So we really thank you again. We really thank you for coming and sharing your story, sharing an economy, sharing what is the purchase power of owning the Nissan compared to the other competitors. And thank you guys so much. Again, this is our special guest, U.S. Marine from Sutherlin or Nissan. And we love you. We'll share you. We'll leave all of the info. And thank you so much.
All right.
And,
well,
sharing the love.
This was really enjoyable. This is my first podcast, so super fun time. Thank you for inviting me, and invite me back anytime.
And we are glad to having you here. And I know there is a like challenging now we are going through, but together we'll overcome. This is the nothing. Thank you so much. We're in podcast episode 46. Your special host Tiggy. And our special guest is the U.S. Marine. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.